Aha, me hearties. It's Captain Jill here from Lacy Sunshine team. What I've got to show you today is Rory Pirate, hence me dressed up like a pirate. So I've got her here and it's all in pinks and blacks. I'll do you a quick close-up so that you can actually see what she looks like there. I've got the pirate ship at the bottom here with the wave. We've got the wheel round this side, small treasure map. I've got the large blinged up sword here. At the top we've got the sentiment. I've got the little princess's tiara and the little foofy feathers. So it's all been done using die cuts, card, bling, Copic markers and lots of glue. So I'll show you now how to put this one together. Shiver me timbers. Right, here's what I'm using to make this pirate card. I've got Rusty Pickle set of chipboard embellishments, and what I've used out of this packet is this small sword, which I have coloured with grey Copics at the bottom, pink Copics at the top, put on a layer of sparkle Mod Podge, and then I have covered it with some pink and clear pearl gems to give it a girly decorative sword. Next one I have cut out is the ship's wheel, and this one again has been coloured with Copics and covered with all the pearls. Last one I've got here is the little princess crown, and again she's been done exactly the same way, coloured with the Copics, and I've added the sparkle Mod Podge. We've got the pearly bling and just the additions of the few pieces of pink bling right at the very top. You can just see all the sparkle there on the crown. So that's the embellishment parts that I'm going to be using. And now onto the cardstock itself. I have got black pearlescent, I have got pink dotted, if you can see that dots there. I have got a very pale pink pearlescent colour. I have got a patterned black and grey, and I have got two black and pink hearts. Last one is a small pink one again. And the dies I've used to cut these out with is the selection here of the large grand calibre sized nested spellbinders. I'm using my Joy Trevay for cutting these out. So the black one is the one that's going to be the card base. So this has been scored and folded in half because this is going to hold the base of the card all together. So I've covered this side with double-sided tape, and it's going to be ready to take the dotted one. So we'll pull off all this layers of double-sided tape. Some come off quite easy, others need the pokey tool for. So far so good. And this one, and then the last one. And then I'll just clear that rubbish out of the way and take my blank here and line it up so it's all lined on both sides. Put that down. So that, as you can see, will stand up all by itself there. That is going to be the main base. Next I'm going to use the pink one, and that is going to go on top of this spotted one, because what I'm trying to achieve here is just a difference of layers in all the different colours that's going to go with this Princess Pirate card we're making. Lots of double-sided on this one because with that dotty surface we need it to adhere, and I shall pop that one into the middle there. There we are. Rubbish. Next one is the patterned one. So again, I'll take all the tape off that one and pop that on top of the pink one. Now it doesn't matter what way round this one is because it's flourishes all the way round, so there's not a right and a wrong way. And we'll just set that down there. Next, I've got the two side panels, which are the ones with the spots of hearts on them. So we'll take off some double-sided of this one. And I need to line this up with the base of my craft mat so that I'm not getting them out of kink, because I need that one to be exactly the same at the bottom there. There's that one. Now this one is going to go just slightly under here. So we're going to pop that again in line with the base so everything's on the same level. And that is going to go just about there. So as you can see from here, that is what the card blank is going to stand like. Now the last one is this pink one again, and it's going to go on top of the second one with the hearts. We'll get all that off, and it is going to go on there. So it's a right mixture of funny Mickey Mouse looking ears that we've got going on here. Okay, next I'm going to take the waves that I've got here, and this was a Joycrafts die, and this is going to be the waves on the bottom of the pirate ship. So I'm going to put these on with a little bit of double-sided tape there, just at the bottom. I want the waves at the top not stuck down yet, because I want to make sure that they're going to be going in the right place on top of the ship. So this is going to go just to the edge of the pink card, just about here, and the ship will tuck just under here. So this is a sticker, and this was one of the Sandy Lion pirate stickers, and what I've done is, because it's a pink pirate, I've just coloured all the sails in pink. So we'll peel this off, and this is going to go on top of the pink circle. Get rid of the stickiness. Going to lift the waves up just a little bit so that we can get this just sitting underneath. And then pop it down. There we go. So when I'm done, I can put glue underneath that waves there and just trim off the edge of it. So over to the other side, I have got this little treasure map, and that's going to go on also with some tape. Just cut this to size. And I'm going to put this one onto the other circle. It's going to sit just about there. I don't want any raised elements on at the moment, because once the digi image is on, then that's when the raised elements will go on. Now we'll take the wheel. I need to put this on with pin flare. Because it's a chipboard, it's going to need a little bit of extra stick. We don't want it falling off. So all the way around there, all the way around the middle, and a couple of little bits on each of the ends. And then I'm going to place this into the middle of this circle. There we go. And then a very small section into the middle there, because I'm going to apply a little gem into the circle, and this one will get coloured when we're finished. That's it in there, and put the glue to the side. Next, this is Rory the Pirate, and she's all coloured up. in all her pinks and blacks. What I've also added is some sparkle Mod Podge onto, there we go, you can see it now, onto the coins and onto that big feather that's on her hat. The same pearls is what I've added onto the rims of the hat there as well. So I'm going to sculpt her just gently around my fingers, because this helps to give just a little bit of dimension to the shape rather than it being completely flat. A little bit more on this side. I've cut this image straight out flush to the edges. Normally I leave a small little area of white around it, but this time it needed to be clean cut right the way round to the edge. So on with all the blobs of glue, all the way over, tiny little amounts up the sword, don't want any leaking out, and a tiny little bits on that little strands of hair. That should be enough. And she's going to sit in the middle here. If you've got any glue left poking out around the edges, you can just pop that away with a pokey tool. That's that on. And the other element was the sword. The glossy accents that I've added onto this sword really help make it shine. You can't still quite see it. I'll add a drop of glue around this one as well. There we go. And this is going to sit right at the bottom. So it's overlapping onto all three. She almost looks like she's standing on it, but not quite. Now, I'm going to add small amounts now with the pokey tool. I'm going to put this just under the edges of the waves, just so we can get them stuck down. We don't want them completely flat, but they do need to be stuck. Let's put on the next one. There we are. That'll set now. Now, next thing is the sentiment. So to me, she's a pirate princess. So I've printed off this and I've matted it onto the same pink that we've been using on the card itself. And this is going to go just above her. So we'll put a little bit more tape, this time just on the bottom areas. Not all over, because if you put it all over, it's going to be visible on the other side. We only want it just attached to the top of the circles here. Just pop that under there. Now, the next thing I've got here is the feathers. This is some very small marabou feathers and the little princess crown. Now I don't want everything to be too top heavy, so I just want to make sure she's still going to stand. And as you can see, yes, she does. So what I'm going to do here is the crown is going to sit at the side, and I'm going to put the feathers up on the top. So the pin flare, once again, and I'm going to pop this onto, I've got enough of it up that pokey tool there, I'm going to pop that onto the bottom of the feathers and stick the feathers down. Not quite sure the positioning of them yet, because I won't know until the crown is in place. And the crown just along the very edge. And it's going to sit on just at a slight angle about there. Now that will probably fall off if I try and hold it up, but if I turn this round, and sit it flat down there, you can see what it looks like. It's too big to fit into the screen there, isn't it? I'll need to hold it up a little bit. There we are. So she still stands up, so that is good. So last thing to finish this off now is colour that bling that we put in the middle of the wheel. So I have taken one of the Copic markers, and as we can see here, it's still going to be a little bit wobbly because the pin flare hasn't set yet, but I'm just going to go over it very gently so as not to apply too much movement. And there we have it. So that's the Rory Pirate.